The new Party 1019. The new Party 1019. The new Party 1019. New York's #1 for throwbacks.
All right, we're here.
Hey.
It is Outside the Booth. It is where we normally we talk to DJs about their life and experiences, but today, we're not talking to a DJ.
No.
We're not talking to a DJ today. We wasn't going to talk to a DJ at all today. But we are going to talk to someone who is very, very influential in the music game and has done some things that that a lot of y'all need to know about.
Yes.
Right? So first and foremost, it is Outside the Booth. I go by the name of DJ Kamish with the lovely BX here.
Hey now.
Two St. John's heads.
Yes, Johnny's. Go Johnny's for Friday.
Yeah, who are now in the NCAA tournament, and
yes.
We're about to be on 10 for the next couple of days.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, we trying to get there.
Absolutely.
Shout out to the homie DJ Knuckles. He is on tour right now with Case.
Case.
Right?
Yes.
On tour right now. So he'll be back soon. I don't know when that tour is going to end. Or
I don't know, but it just started last week, so he's going to be gone for a minute.
Oh, he's going to be gone for a minute. All right. Well, that's good for him, man. Good for him. Good for Case. You know, it's all good. You know. But we're going to hold it down here.
Yes.
On Outside the Booth. It's just the two of us, so we're going to make it work.
If I was coming to his show, I would get pulled up on the stage. I'm just saying that right now.
Oh, boy.
Here we go. Which I know I love to be on the stage, so. Oh, then. Anyway,
go.
carry on, sir.
Here we go. I mean, our guest today probably hears this all the time.
Right.
How do you deal with this, first and foremost?
Honestly, man.
First, let's introduce him before we just go jumping into the relationship.
Do you want to introduce? You want to do the
No,
honors?
I'll let you do it since you are used to announcing people. I'm gonna let you do it.
I mean,
if I do it, I'm gonna do it in my way, and this it's not for. It's not
please.
We're talking with artists. Let me get this right. Artist, producer,
yes,
engineer,
yes,
educator,
yes, songwriter,
Damn, what am I missing? Am I missing?
And DJ.
Facts.
DJ, that's
and
right.
DJ.
Facts. Started out as a DJ. Started out as a DJ. Facts.
And DJ. Yeah.
110%. Started out as a DJ.
Hason Denards is here.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Did I miss anything though?
Freestyle Friday champion from 106 in Park.
Battle rapper.
There we go.
Battle rapper.
Right.
Jermaine Dupri. What was the one that you did with Jermaine Dupri down at the
I don't
NBA
like.
store?
We don't talk about what happened at the NBA store.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to Joel Ortiz though. But we don't talk. We don't talk about what happened down at the Jermaine Dupri.
Did you battle Joel Ortiz?
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, okay.
Joel Ortiz is an amazing guy though. I'll be honest with you. He's really, really amazing at rapping, and that's all I'm gonna say. He's better than everybody that day. I'm gonna say.
Okay.
Let me tell you what happened that day. I was late that day because not for nothing, I am his biggest cheerleader and the battery in his back when he got to do something.
Okay.
So when he does stuff, he's really at his best when I'm in the building. And for those that don't know, this is my baby brother.
Oh,
Oh my God.
My little big brother is here
right.
with us. Can I get a bomb on that, Rick, for me being his big sister? Thank you.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
How many times does she embarrass you in person like that?
Since birth, that's countless. I can't count. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I would have never signed up for BET if it wasn't for her. I didn't sign up for BET at all. Actually, she just signed me up. I never signed up. I never wrote up paper, the application. Nope. She did that for me.
Yep.
I never did that.
For 106 in Park.
I said, you're going to do this. He was like, if you can get me on it, just do it. I came back a week later. I was like, we're going to 106 in Park.
Here's your audition day. Like,
wow.
I never wanted to go. She was like, yo, you always freestyling. You battle, you rap around the house all day. You might as well go. You always cracking jokes on people. You might as well go there. And I never battled a person in my life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. She's like, yo, you might as well go. You freestyle all the time.
Wait. So you went on there.
I never battled a soul.
Never. you had no history.
Zero experience. Zero experience at battling anybody, bro. I never battled a soul in my life.
Yeah.
Okay, so the reason why I don't know if this camera's on or what, but the reason why I'm a little bit surprised at hearing that is because of how far you gotten on that show.
Right.
Yeah, 7 weeks.
Right.
You were on for 7 weeks.
Yeah.
Facts. I never battled not one person a day in my life.
And who were you battling against?
I battled everybody
But-
that they put in front of me. But on my 7th week, I battled my homeboy Jen. That's when I battled, and she told me, y'all. I'm sorry, I'll get rid of this gum. She told me, like we was in the.
They told us the week before we went there, yo, you've been doing good, but next week
The dude coming up is
the
going to be
dude
really
coming up
good.
is good. He was like, he's an Asian dude and he raps. Like, don't sleep. He can rap. So when we get there, I'm in battle mode. He's over here being BFFs. And I was like, yo, stop being his friend. We're here to win. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, man.
Like,
Yeah,
stop.
yeah.
And he was like, man, shut up. And I was like,
But I was young. I was young.
Yeah.
And I knew the opportunity that was there, but I didn't fully understand the opportunity that was
Yeah,
there.
'cause he was so young.
But being young, that you do that sometimes. But honestly, and we had already been in a bunch of label meetings. But by week 7, we had already probably been to like 5 labels.
Yep. And then we had
Yeah.
clothes endorsements.
Yeah, I was
We
getting
had-
endorsements and
went
everything.
From, what's that, Dada?
Dada, Nietzsche.
Yeah, all
so
of them was giving
So I
In
had,
6 weeks.
in 6 weeks.
by week 4, we had that.
Yeah.
By
I was
week-
calling all these people. I was
By-
a nuisance.
By week 4,
to
we had
everybody.
endorsements. By week 4, we had
Yeah.
we had endorsements. We had deals on the table.
Yep.
We done been to every
Jive.
label. It was Sony.
Jive.
Def
And Virgin.
Jam,
And Virgin.
Virgin.
Yep.
We went to a bunch of places. It was Electra.
Yep.
We went to. How about we was almost late to the week 3 performance because we was in a meeting.
Yep.
We had to run. And Brandy was doing like a album signing somewhere downtown and had traffic jammed up. So
Yep.
we was late getting back to 106 and Park because we was leaving from
Almost
the meeting.
missed it.
Almost missed the Freestyle Friday because
Wow.
we was in a label meeting with Electra.
Yep.
Yeah,
And that
wow.
wasn't that meeting. The Jive meeting that we screwed up.
No, we ain't screwed that up.
That was when they wanted you
tweaking.
to.
No,
Which one is that for?
you tweaking.
For Red Cafe. Which
That
one?
was Sony.
Sony.
I didn't know who Red Cafe was at the time.
Right.
Okay.
I think it was Sony or I want to say
What?
Sony.
I
It was
thought you was
Columbia
signed
or
to the
some-
same label
no,
as R.
It
Kelly.
No,
might have been Columbia Records.
It was Columbia. I think.
Okay.
So we was over there. We went to go see this dude named Salim. And he was like, yo, he was like, I came up, bought him my demo, and he was like, yo, damn, I just signed this dude named Graf. He's like, I would have signed you, but I just signed Black Hand. He's like, yo, they kind of strong on me too. He's like, I ain't got no wiggle room for nothing. He said, but look, I like your record. He's like, can I take it for this dude? His name is Red. I like your single. I want to buy this record off you. And I said, no, I want to keep my record. I was dumb.
Dumbasses.
I was dumb. I didn't know the value of just go write another record and just give him the record.
Yeah.
I didn't know the value of it.
I mean, listen, to be honest, first and foremost, let's back up for a second. Graf is a St. John's alum too, by the way. Yes.
Graf is a
Shout out
monster.
to Graf.
Graf is a
Graf is a
monster.
beast.
So he was like,
Shout out to
"Oh."
Graf. He's also a St. John's alum.
Right.
But if you had given that record to Red Cafe, and this is no disrespect to Red Cafe, right? Like I've known Cafe too. You guys were so young in the game and didn't know the game that they would have just taken that record from you.
Yeah,
and you
I probably wouldn't have got
never
nothing
Yeah,
anyway.
you
I
probably
wouldn't
would
have
never got nothing for it.
Right, probably so. Chances are I wouldn't have got nothing anyway, knowing what I know now.
Right.
But it would have been good to hear something you did on the radio and give you the fuel that you need to keep going further.
Fair.
You know what I'm saying? So if I'd have had that
Yeah.
that gaslight, like, oh no, I made a hit, or I made a song that's out. Even if I'd have got robbed, I'd have been able to say I got robbed. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but
Right.
I think that would have helped my fuel, because sometimes in the music, you can get discouraged, you get depressed because you don't have no forward progress for a while. You can just sit still.
Yeah.
And then you gotta make motion. So if I would have had that motion, then, like, you know what I'm saying, like well, I'm not going nowhere, but my song is going somewhere, then I probably would have had more opportunities to write. And then-
Absolutely.
and ultimately, that's what I wanted to do anyways, be a writer. You know what I'm saying? So ultimately, I'd have got to my goal without having to go through the part of being an artist. But I was just like, once you get in meetings, you start seeing it and you start being like, yo, this can happen. This is about to happen. This is going to
Yeah,
happen. Once
yeah.
you get there and you start seeing it can
Start
happen,
the adrenaline rush. It's crazy.
You can't get away from the part of it being your thing. Like,
Yeah.
nah, this is going to be me. I'm going to make that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, It happens.
So you know the crazy thing is, I would have never thought that you would have been the artist that you are right now, when all you did was DJ. He was DJing, I was dancing.
No, I was better dancer.
Really?
I was a better dancer.
No, you were not.
Yes, I was. But yeah, no, I was DJing first. Like I loved some turntables.
We had
I
the
still got
bomb parties.
turntables
House parties was our thing.
Right. So yeah, facts. DJing is my very first love. My first 2 records that I had to learn how to blend was Sweet Tea, It's My Beat.
Okay.
So those I had to learn how to count bars on It's My Beat by Sweet Tea. Those was my first 2. My Uncle Shah had.
Yep.
He's like, yo, you can't until you learn how to blend these 2.
I'm not giving you
You
nothing
can't
else.
touch no other records.
Yeah.
So I was like,
How old were you when that? When did you start
I
doing that?
DJed my first party when I was 13. I was DJing at like 12, 11, 12.
Okay.
I got on the turntables. And then I started, I DJed my first Sweet 16 party. It was my cousin Tanika's party, rest in peace. You know, I DJed her party with my uncle. And that was like, it was in Brooklyn in Marcy Projects.
Yeah, that's when those dudes
wow.
threw the bottle
No,
at us
no.
and was chasing us.
That
When we
was-
came out the train station, me, Crystal, Sherry, Shakima.
that wasn't,
That was Brooklyn going to Tanika's party.
well, I wasn't there for that part.
Because we was coming off the train, but that's another whole thing. All I say is, I don't date Brooklyn dudes.
Wow.
You dated all.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a takeaway.
That's
Yeah.
it's a scary situation. Brooklyn dudes were different back then. It was that dude, those dudes that threw the bottle at us and was chasing us to the house, to the building. And then it was the dude that put me in the remember the full Nelson because I was doing Michael Jackson and I didn't want to dance.
You
with
let
him.
somebody feed you out?
I didn't know he was going to do it. He was like, I ain't coming here for that fancy footwork. It's shorty. And he had me choked up. And the bouncers had to come and get him off me and everything.
Where was this at?
This is in Brooklyn. I forgot what club it was, but it was in Brooklyn. And then that night, I don't know how to turn to story time, but that night when we left, it was me, Athena, and Tina. We get in my car. We driving back home. We stop at a light. I have a thing where I'm always watching the side mirrors to see stuff. So all of a sudden from the passenger side, I see a hand coming to the door. But Tina's driving because I was tired. So I was like, yo, somebody's trying to get in the car. Pull off. The door opens. A chick gets in the car and is like screaming like, let me in. White chick. So I'm sitting in the front seat and I'm trying to grab my club. Remember back in the day we used to have the club?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to grab the club from under the seat so I could bop her in the head with it. And the cops is right there at the mobile gas station just watching all of this happen at the light. So Athena finally gets her seatbelt off, grabs the girl by the face and throws her out. And I'm like, Tina, pull off. I didn't care about a red light or nothing because I didn't know who was with her. Pull off. As soon as we got through there, I made her switch seats. I'm driving like... I can't be that. So Brooklyn. It's always in Brooklyn.
So what? So what was the girl doing? What did the
I have
cops
no
do?
idea. They did nothing. They just watched us.
Well,
That's Brooklyn, though.
well, it's a good chance that you would dress inappropriately.
I was dressed right.
And they probably prejudged just a little bit and said, you know what? These girls are probably selling some.
You want to know? You
chicken
want to know how I know that you are her brother?
He's a jerk.
There's a good chance that
There's a good chance.
that, you know, she was dressed inappropriately and
Yeah.
everything like
Oh,
that. So
boy.
yeah,
But yeah, so from that, I would have never thought you would have gone from DJing to that.
yeah, nah, me either. You know what I'm saying? I thought all I was ever gonna be was a DJ. You know what I'm saying? Like the way I met Knuckles, we met at Hot Night Jamaica in Hot 97.
Oh wow.
That's how I met Knuckles. I met DJ Knuckles there. He was with Fat Man Scoop, and I think we had a pool party or something out there in Jamaica. And Knuckles is just cool as heck. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I can curse here, so I'm
Yeah.
not gonna watch my language.
Right.
But Knuckles was mad cool. So me and Knuckles, we just ended up chilling for like the few days that we was chilling. Then when we came home, we just kept in touch, and that was just pretty much that.
That's Knuckles.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So.
he's so lovable.
So I got that's how I met Knuckles. So I was out there and they had like a talent show in Jamaica out there. So I started rapping, and the whole like island was like, oh, the whole resort was like, oh nah, you all right. But everybody from Hot 97 is there. Bugsy, Fat Man Scoop, DJ Enough, everybody's there. Angie's there. And Mobb Deep was gonna be there. Miss Jones was there at the time, Jonesy. Who else was there? So like I said, yeah, Mobb Deep was performing that weekend too. Genuine, there's a bunch of people there.
Yeah.
And so then the next morning, I don't know who was the girl that came over to me. She was like, "This the guy I was telling you about," and she bought DJ Enough, and he was like, "Yo, let me hear you rap. They said you was rapping last night." So I started rapping for DJ Enough at the bar, but I'm like, "Yo, bro, I really don't even want to rap, bro. I really want to be a DJ."
Right.
And he was like, "Well, I'm such and such a Def Jam. If you got a demo, give me a demo." I'm like, "Man, I ain't really thinking about that. At the time, I ain't had no demo. I was just like, yo, I could rap. Yeah, I could freestyle. But what I really want to do is DJ.
Right.
So he was like, "Oh, you got to come down. You got to be a part of the street team." So then he was like, "Yo, give me the number." So this is what happened. So he gives me the number. I call down there. I speak to somebody. They connect me with somebody to become part of the street team. They said, "You can be part of the street team. You can make $7 an hour." It was like mad nothing. So I was like, "Dang, I already work at Easy Pass."
Right.
And I was making more money than that. So at the time I was living with my mother. So I said to my mom, I said, "Mom, I want to go work at Hot 97. It's part time, but it's $7 an hour. It's part time. But can I live here and work there at the same time?" And she was like, "No, you need the money." So I had to choose work and be an adult.
I never knew that was a thing.
Yeah,
I didn't know about that story.
Yeah, is that right? So I couldn't work at Hot 97 because my mother needed me to help pay the bills.
Right.
And so that I never took the job at Hot 97. Who knows?
That's
I'd have probably
crazy.
never been a rapper if I'd have been able to get into the part where I could get closer to being a DJ. Because Enough was like, "Yo, the way you get in Hot 97, usually everybody starts at the street team level." So he was like, he said, but the main thing is to get in the door. He said, "You get in the door, you start here, be a street team. We'll pay you part-time, but you in the door."
That's crazy.
And that's how I was gonna get in.
That sounds about right, though.
That's dope. It was way easier to get in touch with the people back then than it is now. Like the A&Rs and stuff like that now. Like the Enough, like you could never walk up to
You can't
Enough
get in
right
touch
now.
with nobody right now.
You can't do any of that, and you had that access.
No.
That's crazy.
We're going to take a quick break.
Yes.
And we're going to come back and we're going to talk a little bit more.
Okay.
Because I'm very intrigued about this right here.
Okay.
All right.
I got you.
Outside the booth, Kamish, BX,
BX.
we here. Hason is here. We'll be right back.
Right back.
The new Party 1019. The new Party 1019. The new Party 1019. New York's #1 for throwbacks. The new Party 1019. The new Party 1019. The new Party 1019. New York's #1 for throwbacks.
We're back outside the booth. DJ Kamish, BX is here. Hason is here. We were just talking off the air about a little bit more about you DJing, right?
Right.
And you had started in the vinyl era.
I started
Right?
in the vinyl era. Yeah.
So you was doing events. You got picked up by
New York Skyline.
New York Skyline.
Yep. I was DJing for New York Skyline. I used to do a party every week, and then I worked at a bar. I forgot the name of the bar I worked in. What is it? Every Wednesday night I used to work in this bar, and I would make a little $150 for the night or whatever it was. But I made my real money. I used to charge $125 an hour to DJ, and that was back in
That was a long time ago.
96, 97. I was killing. But in Staten Island, it was a small market. It was only like maybe 5 DJs that was popular. And not everybody had good speakers. Remember back in the day, you had to have your own equipment.
Your own stuff, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like you can go now,
Yeah.
you go to Sam Ash and just rent stuff. You can't do that. Back in the day, you couldn't just do that. And if you did, you had to have a credit card that can afford the weight of that. So I had all my speakers. I had a couple of subs. I have some Gemini speakers. And I had a good preamp. I had good amps and everything. So I was always able to rock. So once I got my Geminis, because I went from the Pioneer belt drives. And I had a Gemini mixer, but I went from my Pioneer belt drive to my Gemini 2200s. I couldn't get the 1200s, so I got the Gemini 2200s. And from there, I was just wilding every week. It's Friday, Saturday, every weekend I was partying.
That's crazy.
That's
You know what I'm saying? So so I was DJing in that. Then when CD DJs came out, that's when I didn't want no parties.
So that made you stop DJing?
DJing altogether. I hated coming into a party with a book bag and a book full of CDs. I thought that was goofy. I thought that was real goofy, bro. I'm like, yo, what am I doing here? This is goofy. This is goofy. I can't. This
Don't want to do that?
I didn't want to do that. CD DJs taking it, and slide in, wait till it come out, to pop back out on you, slide, and then you got to sit there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, that's the song. All right, cool. And this is before they had the one that you can like kind of scratch on, right?
You talking about the little knobs.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
I know
You
talking
understand
about
what I'm
the
saying?
Denard joints.
Trash,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
Big
I know
trash.
you're talking about.
Coming from turntables to that
Yeah.
was trash. Now, I was like, yo, you know what? I'd rather go do something illegal before I do this.
Oh,
Yeah.
my
This is-
God.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
That's
it's,
the life choices
Listen,
you making?
listen. Shout out to Omanaya, because Omanaya was the first one that I've seen. It was a big deal, and it was like standard in a Latin community, right? All the Latin DJs, they worked on those Denard joints. You go to any club that was playing like Spanish
And he
music,
was killing
that
it.
was the setup for the DJ.
And
right.
he was
it was
killing
tra-
it.
And,
yo,
and they
right.
would be killing it. And I was like, I'm not doing this.
And then when you
man.
went to clubs, that what was in the club.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They didn't always have once CDs came out, they didn't have the 1200 set up no more. So
Yeah.
I was like, wow, this is really what we doing. So I got to learn how to get good on this, and I don't have this at home.
Right.
Nah, I'm done.
I'm done.
I'm done.
I
So
get
then
it.
he started rapping.
No, I didn't want to start rapping. I'm telling you, I was really depressed about not being a DJ. You know what I'm saying? But I was really good at freestyling. I'm talking about like all day from sun up to sundown. You want to go have a conversation with me, I'm responding in a rap.
That's
Like,
funny.
That used to be annoying. He used to rap everything back to us.
All day
all
long.
The time.
That was how I got good at freestyling. That's what made me good at being like that. And then I was like, yo, but I was already into music. So, but my favorite artist was always Stevie Wonder. But my other favorite artist, and what made me say I'm gonna be an artist, was Babyface.
Yeah.
I thought him being a songwriter is what's gonna make. I don't want to be like Babyface. I want to be a songwriter.
Okay. I was about to say, if you're freestyling, what does that have to do with it?
So
Well, either one of them. But
because I
yeah.
figured if I get in the game, if I do become a rapper, I don't want to stay a rapper.
Okay.
So if I get an opportunity to get in this game, I'm going to become Babyface. I want to be a producer. I want to be the songwriter, and I want to be the best. Because I think that Stevie Wonder is like here.
Right.
Then it's R. Kelly, or maybe either those can change anytime. And then, but Babyface is in that conversation. You know what I'm saying? And
Absolutely.
to me, as a producer, songwriter,
Absolutely.
Babyface is in that conversation. And if
Absolutely.
anybody would like to fight me about that, my address to the studio is 2946 Richmond Terrace, Staten Island, New York.
That's
And
hilarious.
y'all
That's
can
where the
pull up,
studio
y'all
is?
can pull up to the studio and we can fight about that. Because if you don't put Babyface in your greatest R&B artist of all time conversation,
Fair.
then we got to fight. We got to fight, bro. I'm willing to, we can shake.
Oh, you want to shake over Babyface.
I'm all the way with that. I'm with the smoke for that. You know what
That's
I'm saying?
crazy.
No, that's fair.
what
That's
I'm
fair.
saying?
He got mad joints.
Yeah.
Do you remember your first hit record that you wrote for yourself? Like, what's your favorite record you wrote of your own?
My favorite record that I wrote on my own is probably it ain't for me. It ain't my favorite record. I wrote a hook for my boy. It was called "Sing to the." I can't say the P word.
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
It's for my man Handsome. My man Hanson, I wrote a hook for him. He came to, so he already had kind of like the idea.
Yeah.
He was just doing a la 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 la. That was like the hook. I said, you know what? I sing to it like la 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 la. I sing to it like sing to the P like. I was like, oh nah, bro. I say we scrapping this right here. I say nah, we got to do it like up down side to side. Sing to the going downtown left to right. Love when you get excited. You know what I'm saying? Like so when I heard that he was like, oh that's fire. So I was like, yo, yeah, we had my man do this. Then he called my other boy, Javi in. Javi came in, did the hook over. You know what I'm saying? That's probably one of my favorite hooks.
I gotta hear it.
Yeah, no, I can send it to
sounds
y'all.
very
Y'all can play it right after the next break.
Oh, okay.
All right.
All right, so that was one of my favorite joints, like that one. And
What year was that?
probably like 3 years ago, 3 years ago.
3 years ago.
3 years ago, yeah.
My favorite song, like his first album. See, you can tell about your first record deal. Explain what happened with your first record deal. How that was crazy. Like you got a Advance, and then how all of that turned into whatever.
So one of the deals that I had that went completely south was I think we talked about this years ago. Me and you talked about this.
Okay.
I got into a deal with this company called Blatant Entertainment. And with Blatant Entertainment, like everything was going good. Like, you know what I'm saying? And with Blatant, we had like this dude, his name was John. John's a real good dude. Bad dude, but a good dude. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So he had some business partners that we was working with. And one of the business partners, so John ended up getting shot. I'm going to try to make a long story short.
Okay.
One of his business partners was part of the Dirty 30. The dudes from Wall Street.
Oh, okay.
And so the one part of that deal that we was thought where the funding was going to be coming from, that was supposed to be an endless resources. Dude ended up getting they all got indicted. And like so they was part of that Wall Street, almost like the Wolf of Wall Street type.
I was about to say the Wolf of Wall Street.
So like that whole situation got real bad because the funding dude, even though John ended up still being a man of his word and putting his money up, but his partner that he was supposed to be with, they all got knocked off.
Yeah, they were knocked off. Yeah,
they got knocked off, and so like, but John ended up. Shout out to John, but he ended up doing his own thing. But he got shot right around the time, and it was like a lot of big things going on. So those are some gangsters, and
yeah.
That was just one.
But he had a whole album.
I had an album.
He had an album release. Everything was perfect, and then that just came at the end of just.
Yeah, but I put a few albums out. My favorite album that I did was
HD No Filter.
It was an album called HD No Filter.
Favorite album.
It was. I think it's to me is probably my best album that I've done solo. You know what I'm saying? It had a good mixture of like grown music, and what it was supposed to be is like supposed to be about my transition from being like a young-minded person. The music is like so young-minded for everything, but it was supposed to be the transition from being young-minded to being a grown-up, even using your last name more, like, you know what I'm saying? So that's why my name is Hason Denards. So I wanted the HD was supposed to be HD, no filter, Hason Denard, no filter. Right. He was supposed to be saying everything that I would always say, yo, you can't say that, you can't have a girlfriend, you can't be in love, you can't be hurt, you can't be, so I wanted to make sure that I said all those things that I wanted to be, and that's what HD No Filter was. And so it was like,
great album.
It was the amazing album. At the time, though, I had up hitting so many different parts of my life that the funding that I thought I was gonna have for the album just didn't work out for me. And I'm telling you, things that you think is supposed to happen, it never works that way. So I thought it was gonna go one way, and it ended up not going the way I wanted it to go. But it's still to me one of my favorite albums. And I think that right now, if I re-release it, I say, yo, I took it off of all the streaming platforms because I know that the day I re-release it, it's going to work. Yeah. Because it's really
so you're sitting on it right now.
Hit pause.
Yeah, that was outrageous.
That was crazy.
Yo, my boy.
That was crazy.
Yo, my boy. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what you're talking about. And I'm sorry that. You know what? When's that next break coming up?
Yeah. I get it. I walked into that one.
5 minutes.
That's like.
Thanks. Shout out to Rick. 5 minutes to the child.
But wait a minute. What did you say earlier? What you said?
No. We're not gonna bring up the old. You got to catch the
moment is genuine.
Yes,
okay.
Yeah. You can't
all right,
be
so
reaching.
Let me ask you a genuine moment.
No reaching.
How many of your songs are about your real relationships with women?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Boy. Here we go.
All right, so.
Do I need to take this off?
No.
So some of my songs are rooted in truth.
Okay.
Doesn't mean that it's 100% true, right?
But it's based on a true story.
It could be based on experiences that I've seen people go through, or experiences that I might have experienced on my own at some point in time over a timeline of a stretch of years or decades.
What's your favorite diss record to a chick that you really want her to hear? What's the line? Yeah, I'm going there.
No, I don't want to say that. The favorite, the line is the line that I would probably say was sheesh.
From A Millionaire?
No, I don't want to say that line because you're trying. I know what you're trying to do.
I just love that song.
You're trying to get me. She's trying to line me up right now. She's lining me up with a line, and that's crazy. She's really,
I
really,
love Millionaire.
really lining me up.
Okay, I'm not going to do it. But that was a great diss. That is, a lot of women do that to men.
Yeah.
So just say the line.
No, I don't know the line anymore. I completely forgot what line that was.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
I forgot.
But what is your biggest gripe about women?
My biggest gripe about women is when it comes to relationships, y'all don't know how to listen.
Do you agree with that?
And not that y'all don't see.
It depends on the context of what he's talking about.
Right. So you got to give context behind that, right?
Yeah.
Because knowing how to listen is not saying like, oh, y'all just don't listen. No. When we say things to y'all, y'all interpret things in such a way that it instantly hurts your feelings. And what y'all do is y'all make y'all feelings way more important than what I actually said. And then so now you don't even know how to respond. So you're responding from a place of what you think you heard. And that's not what I said. And a lot of times that's my probably my biggest gripe is that y'all don't know how to listen to what I actually said. Because if I say to you, listen, I don't like when you have Biscoff cookies right in front of me and now you know what I'm trying to lose weight. What you might have heard is, don't cook for me no more, and don't and that the last meal you made is not at all good.
I mean, basically what you just picked up a chair and hit her across the face with it.
Right, exactly. So now I've insulted her in such a manner.
Yeah. So now she's got to defend herself.
Now she has to defend herself.
Yeah,
so
I
now
get it.
everything that she's saying is from a standpoint of, oh, how do you talk to me that way?
Yeah. Because you're abusive.
My biggest,
You're verbally abusive at
I'm
this
verbally
point.
abusive.
You
Yeah.
men are very verbally abusive.
Man,
Y'all
listen,
are
let me
verbally
tell y'all
abusive,
something.
and y'all don't know how to filter what you're saying when you're speaking to emotional creatures.
Like I said, man, how much
about
time?
that?
How much time do we have
We
on
got
this
2
subject?
minutes.
Right.
All right,
2 minutes.
so I'm gonna tell you like this on this. I'm gonna try to break this down into a 1 minute thing. What you females need to understand is that when you're talking to a man, when you're talking to a man sometimes, not every time, you are talking to his ego when you want him to do something to repair something that you feel he's broken. So now you're talking to his ego. You're now telling him that he's done something wrong, right? And what we do, we try to figure out a way to fix that problem with the shortest route taken. Y'all don't like that. The route that y'all want us to take is the route that you feel that we should take to make sure that we mend every little thread of your feelings all the way to where we got to get to that destination.
Really, Commissioner?
And so it's a delusional thing.
It's the well-traveled route. Let's put it like that. The well-traveled route.
So, and that's how you end up on a song.
And that's how you end up on the song.
That's crazy.
Absolutely. We're going to take a quick break.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
We'll be back because there's a lot that's loaded. That was super loaded, but I get it.
Yeah.
We'll be right back
All right.
outside the booth.
Yes.
Kamish, BX, Hason is here.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
All right.
The new Party 1019. The new Party 1019. The new Party 1019. New York's #1 for throwbacks. The new Party 1019. The new Party 1019. The new Party 1019. New York's #1 for throwbacks.
We're back outside the booth.
Learning
Kamish,
experience.
BX, Hason is here. All right, real quick, I want to try to get into this a little bit. Your creative process. We didn't talk about that because we did mention that you write. You are an artist, but you also produce, arrange, engineer. How did you get into all of those things? And when did you get into that?
All right, so what happened is that I was going through a crazy state of depression at one point in time. Like I was living away from my kids, and me and my kids' mom was just going through a lot of different things. And so what ended up happening is I ended up moving and leaving New York for a little while, and that was just terrible for me. And then so I was like, yo, I came back to New York, and you know what, I had some money saved up. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna open my own recording studio, and I'm gonna make my own music. I want to make these next 3 albums, and if I fail, and I don't never make music because I just don't have it. I'm not good enough, right? So I said, but I'm gonna make my album sound clean, because one of the things that kept happening to me when I was going to labels was telling me that the quality is not good enough. I'm paying for the studio time and the quality ain't good. So I was like, dang. So because I didn't know that when you go to labels, they have better speakers than what you got at your house, right? So you don't be thinking like, yo, they're gonna have $5,000 Genelecs in the office, right? So I'm like, all right, cool. So I get to the office, and these speakers bump, and they're telling me, nah, you hear that? And I'm hearing it like, nah, I thought it was good. It ain't good. So I started engineering myself, and I said, but I'm not that good as an engineer. So I started calling my mans up, and I said, yo, look, record this. I just want to work on your vocals. Then I went on this website called Groove 3. Right? Okay. It's Groove 3, and it was $99. Me and my boy Av, we had split the $99 for the year subscription. They had a deal going for 1 year. So what I would do is I would take the vocals and I start engineering the vocals as I'm watching the lessons, right? I start engineering the vocals, and I'm like, all right, so that's what that does. So this is what EQ is really about. This is what compression really about. This is how auto-tune really works. All right, so this is how you master a song with just stock plugins. I started learning the basics, right? So, but now I'm like, all right, cool, but I'm not working. So I'm like, oh, I had money saved though. I had some money. So I was like, all right, so what I'm gonna do is I just need to make $120 a week, and I could pay my bills. That's what I'm not $120 a day. No, I'm sorry, $120 a day. If I and I was like, yo, if I can just work, I was only charging $20 an hour. So I was like, yo, if I can just do 6 hours a day, I can pay my bills. So I started going to every little open mic, and I started handing them business cards like, yo, come record me. I'll give you 10 hours for $200, 10 hours for $200, 10 hours. I was charging them nothing, right? $20 an hour. So I was like, so people started doing it. So then they started leaving the hood, and the songs started going out like, yo, buddy, where you do that at? And they started telling me I had a little trailer in Staten Island. So he was like, yo, you mix that over there in your man? Cool. So I start booking 10 hours. So people call me, and my mother said to me, I'll be in the house. She'd be like, somebody just called you for a session? I'd be like, yeah. She'd be like, don't go. Tell them to come tomorrow. I'd be like, why? She was like, because you don't ever want people to think that you easy accessible. She said, make them wait for 1 day. That money still be there tomorrow, but don't ever be available when somebody calls, because then they're going to just call you like that all the time. I said, you know what?
That's real talk.
I was like, you know what, Ma? You right.
That's G talk.
So
shout out to her for that.
So word is born. So when they called me, I was doing nothing. I was like, yo, y'all can come tomorrow. You can make it 10 o'clock. I got an appointment for you. So now I made people treat me professionally, right? But then it came to the point where I really was booked, right? Because I was just booking these 10-hour sessions. It was back to back. I was in there 18 hours a day at some points, right? You know what I'm saying? So I was just doing session after session after session. So during tax time, one time I made like 20 bands in like a month and a half. I'm like, wow, this is crazy, right? So I got real good at engineering. So I was like, yo, I love doing this so much. I don't even know if I even need to do music no more. I never even got to do my 3 albums that I was talking about. Plus, I was going through depression. I was going through counseling, and I was on these medication that they had gave me. So all my music was sounding like how I was feeling. So I wasn't making music that was like that was anybody would enjoy. It was all depressed, like, oh, I wish it wasn't me. I wish it wasn't me. And those kind of records all day. I couldn't get rid of them records.
Like Mary's first 2 albums.
Right, yeah. right. All I, you know what I'm saying? So the
Right.
Woe Is Me album was on the way.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So now, but I got real good at mixing. So I was like, so all right, cool. So then I started calling people that I knew that was like that. So my mans, I got with my man Fess Taylor. He ended up doing records with like Keith Murray. Then we ended up doing a record with Frejo Starr. Then then I started branching out. Then the people start hearing these records, and then I got in touch with the Water Team. They plugged me in with Raekwon, and then when I started doing these records, they started plugging me in with the Wu. And so I was like, all right, so this is how
This is happening.
This is how this started coming around, because like they was all the way in, K and Stomach, and they all the way in with them cats. So they was like, yo, mix this record, Method Man's on it. And I'm like, all right, bet. They'll mix this record, Future's on it. All right, bet. Mix this record, A Boogie on it. All right, bet. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I started getting in. Like they started giving me like big features to mix, like, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And so now that I start building my resume. So then I get with I get with my other mans, and then I do some Uncle Murder records, and then I get, then before you know it, I got a Sheik Luke record, a Chinks Drug record. I got, you know what I'm saying, before
you
he
did
died.
Chinks?
Yeah, word.
What?
Word. So this is before he died. So I started getting real good at that. So
Okay.
then I was like, all right, so cool, I don't have to do that, but then I'm still a songwriter though. So they bringing me some more records, and I'm making them bigger records. I'm treating the records as if they mine. And so while they recording, I'm like, nah, don't do that. Say it like this. No, don't do that. Don't say that. Say this. Do this.
That's where your songwriting came in.
And then so now
producing.
they start saying like, oh, nah, I can bring Haas a small idea, and he'll turn it into a gigantic song.
Okay.
And so I started just putting my input on the records and start being just an engineer. And now I start doing producing. Right. So you bring me a song, I'm like, nah, we ain't doing that. They be like, yo, Haas, how you gonna tell me? Nah, this is my record. No, it ain't. If you doing it here,
Hey, just jack somebody
yeah.
if you doing it here, we gonna do it my way.
Right.
We not doing your record your way. Your way is not good. I'm telling you right now, everybody gonna say it suck, bro.
You the Kanye of your studio.
Yeah, it's your word. So we gonna do this record the right way. It ain't no your way, it ain't my way, it's the right way.
Right.
This song ain't gonna come out no other way. They be like, oh, you bugging now, you poop. That's what you are. So I tell everybody in the studio, you poop. Understand, you are poop by yourself.
Right.
You can't
That's
do this.
funny.
You can't do it by yourself.
You by yourself, you poop. I'm
Right.
poop by myself. You poop by yourself in the studio. But if we come together collectively, we are the Avengers.
Right.
But by yourself, you poop.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, makes sense.
No, you can't do it by yourself. So fast forwarding to now, because now you're going on tour with Ghostface.
Right.
How did that situation come about?
All right, so my boy Stomach that I was just talking about from the Water Team.
Yes.
And that's like, Stomach was part of H2O. Raekwon had a group called H2O. I don't remember the Ice Water.
Yeah.
So they had a bunch of songs with like Busta Rhymes, Pimp C, all these records. Like they've been doing records. K is Raekwon's brother, and K is he's super smart, businessman. Behind the scenes though, you know what I'm saying? And he's doing the tour for Ghost. So he had told so Sun God, Ghost Son, he's handling a lot of the opening acts. And I know Sun God, SG is my man.
Okay.
And like this is over time. I just record them. We get cool. We just cooling. I don't never ask for no handouts or nothing. So then one day, we in the studio. He's like, yo, I'm about to go on this tour with Ghost. And he's like, yo, bro, you got a group. I got a group called Broetry, and he was like, yo, you should call up Ledge and y'all should go on tour. And I'm like, well, he's like, yo, we leaving like next week. I'm like, it's last minute.
Right.
So I call up Ledge and I'm like, yo, bro, what you want to do? You want to go on tour? He's like, yo, bro, this is too last minute. I'm not prepared to be on tour with Ghostface Killer, bro.
Right.
And I'm like, dang, all right, so this is what we going to do, bro. All right, you know what? I ain't going to go. So they was like, yo, we going to be in All-Star Weekend. Then we in LA. We got a show that day in LA. The All-Star Weekend come out. No, I'm just going to chill. I'm not going to go. We going to be in Denver. Nah. So he's like, yo, bro, you at least got to come to Baltimore, bro. Come to Baltimore. I'm like, oh, you know what? I'll come to Baltimore.
Hop, skip, and a jump.
Yeah, I could drive out to Baltimore.
Yeah.
He said, even if you don't do the rest of the tour, just do the 2 days.
Right.
So I'm like, all right, bet. So I go do the show in Baltimore by myself as an artist, solo artist. I haven't put out a solo song since 2017 by myself. I've been doing Broetry records for the last 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, nah, I'm gonna go out there. So I ended up going out there and ended up being a real good look.
And then of all people to be the DJ on his set is Scram.
Scram Jones. Yeah.
Scram
Shout out to
Jones.
Scram Jones.
Scram is fire.
Yeah.
And then so I get out there and I felt like I was supposed to be there. And you know what I'm saying? And I'm just happy for the opportunity. And then I'm going back out with them April 3rd. And word.
Where is that gonna be?
We're gonna be in Connecticut April 3rd. We're gonna be. I just got a list of the shows. Well, I know we're doing Chattanooga, we're doing Connecticut, we're doing Augusta, we're doing.
Do you know where in Connecticut?
South Carolina.
I thought it was Hartford.
We got 2 shows in Connecticut because one of them got canceled.
Okay.
So I can send y'all the information and y'all can post it on there.
Yeah, I'll post it on
But
there.
yeah, no, I got you.
We'll have it posted up there. So how was it being on that stage?
Man, listen, let me tell you something. You got to be an athlete to perform. Like you got to,
absolutely,
you got to be prepared.
You got to be
in
shape.
Saying? The very first night, I was not prepared. Like I wasn't prepared mentally, physically. I wasn't. The first night, I did good, but I felt winded. I was like, I ain't rap like this in a long freaking time, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, all right, bet. So watching myself on video. The next day, I was like, oh, nah, I'm going to wild this up the next day. But the next day, I was no wind. I wasn't winded. I figured out my spots where I can breathe, where I can't breathe, where I could take a pause at, what I make my adjustments in. It's just like riding a bike, man. Once you did it once, you can do it 1,000 times. But I love it. I love being on stage, man. To me, it's like I still haven't processed the fact that I'm looking out on stage and I'm seeing all these thousands of people out there. And it's like, you be really thinking like it's over. It's like it's never over. It's only over when you give up. You know what I'm saying? It's never over. So I was really like, I'm so happy to be even having this opportunity again. It's like I just put out another single by myself. I haven't put out a single for myself, like I said, since 2017. Right. And so like this is to even be on stage by myself again, and it just feels unbelievable, bro. You ever watch Talladega Nights when Ricky Bobby won his first? He won his first race.
Yeah.
And he's like, I just don't know what to do with my hands. Like, that's how I feel right now. I feel like I don't know what to do with my hands. I just want to, I want to slap you, honestly. You know? It might help me. I don't know what to do with my hands. You know what I'm saying?
That's hilarious.
But man, you don't even understand. I love this opportunity, man. This is killing me. I love it.
So your new single that's out, What You Came For. Mm-hmm. What was the concept behind that song?
The concept of What You Came For was, I'm not a social media kind of guy.
Okay.
Right? So you got to, I'm trying to figure out what you came on this page for. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is it? Like, with all of these things that you got going on in your life, right? You know what I'm saying? And then did you come here to hear what I got going on? Because if you did, then I can give you all of the information of what I have going on. And hopefully this helps you and this in alignment with what you're going through.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So tell me what you came for. Maybe I can help you through it, right? But if not, so what I'm saying, the hustler's ambition, I trained to go get it. It's all on the books, man. I had to transition. I came from the trenches. Clips with extensions, chicks with extensions, hearts never mended. And both will get you killed if you ain't careful with your feelings. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is like I'm trying to give you the information of what I felt like and what you came for. So just tell me what you came for. Maybe it aligns to help you. So I got a crazy video idea about that too. What I know, you know what I'm saying.
When you shooting the video,
I already shot it.
You did?
But here's the thing. I want to do a crazy AI background. I want it to be crazy. I want people to know it's AI because I want it to be. I want the part of me to be real. But the background of what's going on, because there's a lot of chaos in the world, right?
And there's a lot of, and you saying a lot in the song.
Right. I want a lot to be happening. And I want people the whole time that they're doing it to be like in their phones, like not even noticing the things that's going on around them. So that's so I need AI for that because I'm so happy that technology is where we need to be.
You love AI.
I love it. AI, man, listen, if you ain't making money off AI, you're a bozo to me.
Wow. Okay.
Bozo. I mean, I'm being honest. I don't mean no disrespect to anybody who's not making money off AI, but you need to figure out how to do it.
Because it's there.
It's there. Since AI, I pay every month for AI. I pay monthly subscriptions to keep, because it's money in that.
And it saves all your ideas and all your thoughts.
Listen, let me tell you something. Yeah. It's the gift and the curse. I know one day it's going to take over my body and I'm going to be Jim Carrey.
Listen, but it helped me rebuild my website. I'm going to tell you something.
It did?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
well, we about to take another break.
Absolutely.
You're going to come back with Hason, your girl BX, Kamish, Knuckles.
Should have been here.
Yeah. But you know,
Hope
he's on
that tour is worth it.
I'm gonna call
Just
Knuckles
messing with
myself.
you. I love you, Nuck. All right, we'll be right back.
Outside the booth, y'all.
The new Party 1019. The new Party 1019. The new Party 1019. New York's #1 for throwbacks. The new Party 1019. The new Party 1019. The new Party 1019. New York's #1 for throwbacks.
Outside the booth, we're back.
Yes.
Kamish, BX, Hason is here.
I'm very intrigued by some of the stuff that I hear today. It's just
That's
crazy.
how you know she don't call me.
That,
'Cause
no,
I
I do.
would-
Wow.
No, because I didn't know that. I didn't know that my mother told him not to be unavailable for
Right.
people. I didn't know that because I always tell you you're too accessible. But I just said that not knowing that mommy
Yeah.
said that. And then I didn't know about the DJ Enough and the street team stuff. So
right.
it's some things that I didn't know, or whatever the case may be. But what I do know is when he was doing those parties, it wasn't an automatic, oh, T, come to the party. It wasn't that. I was never invited. So that's greasy right there.
What party you talking about?
Any party when you was doing Skyline.
What? No,
Whatever.
I was getting hired to DJ other people's parties. New
whatever.
York Skyline. New York Skyline is a company.
Okay,
Yeah.
whatever.
Right? The New York Skyline is a company. What they do at New York Skyline is they book the gigs and they just pay the DJ to pull up.
Pish
Yeah.
posh.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter because when I started partying and I was going to a party that Knuckles was going to be DJing at, and he said, oh, Knuckles is my man. I'm going to introduce you to Knuckles. So he put the call into Knuckles and it was like, yo, my sister coming down there. I met Knuckles and it's been
Yeah, she stole my
BFFs.
bro.
Wow.
She stole my bro.
First of all, we're not going to talk about stealing bros
So
because
no, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that.
Wow.
We're
you
not.
want to
Gonna,
talk about stealing friends.
we're not gonna do that. That's not gonna. We're not gonna do that.
I got a friend that he stole of mine.
Wow.
That was a long time ago.
Long time ago.
It sound like you're still upset about it.
Yeah.
I still bring it up every day.
Wow.
We're not gonna do that. We're not
But
gonna do that.
but that's that. But let's talk about when Knuckles invited you to come down to Justin's.
Man, when I don't want to. I'm stuttering. I don't want to do that to Knuckles because he's not here to defend himself.
Okay.
So when Knuckles pulls up, I'll be here again,
Yeah.
and he has to tell me why he was DJing at Diddy's spot.
Wow.
He had to do a Diddy party. But in Knuckles' defense,
He invited me down, but he makes sure I was invited to the party.
but I want to be clear that Knuckles always said he didn't go to that party.
He was
Listen.
he
It was-
orchestrated the music. We just gotta have a little bit of a conversation because Knuckles orchestrated the music at the Diddy parties. And I'm not gonna say he did all of the music for all of the rooms,
Wow.
but I know that when I was invited, I was on his guest list.
Wow.
Okay, so I got a Diddy story for you.
Oh, sheesh.
So when he was doing the Freestyle Friday for BET, I was at the Jill Scott concert, and Carl Thomas opened for Jill Scott. It was intermission, and you know at the back of Radio City where you have the bar and everything back there. So we went back there. I see Diddy. I walk up to Diddy. This guy's horrible on his phone. I said, listen, my brother's on 106 in Park. He's killing it. He's been doing Freestyle Friday. He's going on his 7th week. Diddy said, get him on the phone right now. Right there on the spot.
Okay.
I call this joker. letting it ring, go to voicemail, didn't answer. He said, call him one more time. I'll wait. This Diddy. He said, I'll wait. Call him one more time. I call again, and then he didn't answer. Diddy said, he's not ready. Just like that. Hit me on arm and say, he's not ready. So that kind of pissed me off. So when Diddy's going back to his seat, we walking down the aisle, so we like close to the front row too, right from where he was sitting. I start walking in front of Diddy, mad slow. His bodyguard just pushed me out the way.
Wow.
But it's a good thing because you would have been at the Diddy party.
I'd have been in jail. No, because let's say, all right. How much of this are we allowed to talk about?
We could talk about it.
I mean,
you can talk about it.
All right. First of all, I'm gonna tell y'all this. I gotta put out my disclaimer first. I have not watched any of the documentaries.
Why?
About Diddy because I hate that this is happening to him.
Okay.
I don't agree with how they're doing him.
Yeah, I don't agree.
I think that what they're doing to him is way more than what I think.
Okay.
He's done his crime, but the person he really hurt accepted money.
Yes.
Okay. Fair.
So the person that is claiming the most hurt, I'm not saying that
it was okay.
It's okay.
Right.
I'm saying the person that claimed the most hurt accepted the money and said, I don't care about the hurt.
Right.
So if she doesn't care about the hurt, then it's time for everyone else to move on.
And mind their business.
Mind your business. Now, if anybody else has problems with, Diddy did X, Y, and Z, this is where I have a problem. I'm a man. There is no way I wake up next to another man sore. There's no way I wake up next to another man sore and go back the next day.
Right.
Now, if you don't want to be, if you're nonviolent, cool. You
just don't go back.
You take that on the hop and you don't tell nobody for 100 years or whatever, how many years it's been, and you keep it pushing.
Yeah, fair.
You do not go back the next day.
Right.
I don't care how much of this music dream I want. There is nothing in the world that would have made me go back the next day.
Right.
Me. I don't care. Again, you do what you want. But now a decision has been made.
Right.
You already know you've been violated the first time I give you. If you complain the first time, I get it. You got that. Lock him up. When you go back, how much of that is really
a violation?
A violation at that point. Yeah. Right? So now I have to, not saying that it didn't happen, I'm saying I have to look at it suspect.
Right.
I don't see it the same way, and I probably shouldn't be saying this on the air because it's easy to get canceled these days.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is that I'm not saying that you don't deserve any money. I'm not saying that you don't deserve whatever you're looking for.
Right.
However, I have to question your integrity as a person. What made you go back?
Right.
You woke up next to somebody who you didn't go to bed with, sore, and you didn't like it.
Wow.
Right.
Wow.
If that's the thing that you're telling me,
right,
then I'm not going back the next day.
Right.
And there's nothing in the world that can make me go back the next day.
Fair.
Right. I get that.
Fair. I mean, I
get that.
There's no arguments there.
Nope, no argument.
So for me, that's
I don't like what they're doing to him either.
I disagree.
And I've been telling you that. I was like,
I disagree.
He did some bad stuff, but that's not what he's in jail for.
Right. So
that's not what he's in jail for.
All right. So now here's the other thing. When you get indicted for things, right? They hit you with a laundry list of charges. Yeah. So that makes sure that something sticks.
Something sticks. Yeah.
Right. So now, how much? Because we know that they do this to us on a regular basis. How much of these charges are actual real charges versus the things that always happens to us? That happens every day.
To a regular person.
Every day, right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then so the things that y'all convicted him for is things that y'all let other people out for on a regular basis, right? In New York, there's not even a lot of bail laws for things like what he's in jail for. They'll let you go,
you
no
go
bail.
right back out, Right
so
out.
I don't get it. They was denying his bail for this, and you couldn't let him fight the case from again. And I'm not in support of anything that he's done. My gripe is with the fairness of the legal system.
Yeah. I get it.
And that's my gripe. It's like, and my other gripe is with the people who went back.
Right. I get
Don't
it.
go back. Right? You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you this. The other thing that's bothering me is the same black people who say, it wouldn't be me If I was in the scary movie and I seen Jason coming and he's walking, I'm just gonna keep running.
Right.
Well, Jason was coming, and you walked.
Right.
What happened?
Right. What happened?
Right. These are the same black folks that say this. Right. We're gonna stop. We're gonna not. With Jason's on the way. Michael Myers is on my heels. He's not running at all.
Right. What you doing?
Right.
He wasn't running.
Right.
He wasn't chasing you.
Right.
You went back.
Right. Just like those women with R. Kelly.
No, that's different story.
I'm talking about,
Don't confuse
I'm not
the two.
confusing the two. What I'm saying is...
Let's not taint Diddy's argument with R. Kelly talk.
Fine.
We can't do that.
Okay, I won't
Because
do
I'm
it.
telling you,
You're reaching.
that is a different...
No, because
That's
there was
a
just
horse
one.
of another
there
color.
was just one story. Well, I'm just talking about the going back thing.
There we go.
There was one woman that left the house, and when she went to the airport, she called him back, and he did not answer the phone because she wanted him to come back. This is on one of his documentaries.
I don't watch
And she
those.
said, no, I'm just saying, but she said it herself.
You said
that-
one. How
No,
many people he violated?
I'm just talking about, I'm just answering to his, you went back. That's the only thing I'm talking about is the you went back. She left from the airport when nobody stopped her from going to the airport for her to go back home to wherever it was that she lived. And she went back. And I'm just agreeing with you, like,
Right.
if
Don't
it
go
was,
back.
don't go back.
That's how
all
I
was.
feel.
That's all I
Don't
was
go
touching
back.
on.
You
I
don't
wasn't
have to
touching on
be. You
anything
can be a
else.
victim once.
Right.
How many times are you a victim if you went back?
Because what you
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
if you shenan once,
You shenanigan.
yep.
Yeah.
You was down for the
You didn't-
shenanigans.
I get it.
You know what I'm saying? So,
We got about 5 minutes left, so I want to touch on something else, and this is an important part of what you do. You, and we mentioned this earlier, you are also managed to find a way to do all the things that you do musically and put an education spin on it. How were you able to do that?
all right. So what happened is, again, I was just doing the music that I want to do. I was working with an artist named J. Luke, and like I said, your man that's on the wall. I had him. I had
DWI.
DWI. I had J. Luke down at the Matrix studio in Brooklyn, and I met Rakim's son there that day as well, and I was just doing music and promoting things. And we had J. Luke record on the radio at the time, and we was getting good buzz with that. And J. Luke is a dope artist, and somebody from the DOE had hit me up and said, "Well, listen, I like what you're doing with this artist music. Do you want to come and be a part of Career Day for our school as a producer?" I said, "Yeah, no problem. I'll come and I'll do Career Day at the school." And so at the time I had just finished getting out of a studio session with Dougie B. My boy Vito had plugged that in. We was doing a session at Manhattan Beach Studio with Dougie B, and it was a whole big deal. It went down that couple of days by, and so when I went to this Career Day, I'm talking to the students, and I'm telling them, like, yeah, I was just in the studio with Dougie B. And they was like, you know Dougie B? And the kids got super excited. This is elementary school. And they was like, oh, you know what? They really like that. Do you ever think about becoming a DOE vendor? And I was like, what's that?
What is that? Right.
Right. And it was like, yeah, you can become
Teach the kids.
and teach them audio engineering. I said, well, if y'all know how to help me out. So they nominated me to work at the school, helped me get my DOE vendor license. I got my license to be a vendor.
And now you're teaching kids.
And then I went from there, just learned the business and teach kids now. I'm in a couple of high schools and a couple of elementary schools.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
And
That's
I teach kids. Right?
But before we go, and that's awesome that you do that, let everybody know where they can find you.
All right, so you can find me at 2946 Richmond Town. No, that's
the studio.
That's the studio address. But just find me on online at Real Job Hason on Instagram, or just I think on Facebook I'm still just Hason Music, Hason Music, and Real Job Hason is just Real Job Hason. Pretty much all of my social medias are the same. TikTok, Instagram.
So your Instagram and TikTok is the same. Real Job.
Real
Hason.
Job Hason. Real Job
Okay.
Hason. Real Job Hason. I think y'all gonna have it on the bottom right here. We can put it right here,
right
right
here.
here
Okay.
type of thing. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
yeah, we put it right there.
Yeah, Junior, right here, Junior. Right here.
So before we go, we always ask our guests, what's one thing or one piece of advice you would give to a young and upcoming Hason?
Ain't nothing wrong with being selfish. I hate when people say that being selfish is a bad thing, Being selfish at a young age is the best thing for you. Don't listen to nobody. Don't give nobody nothing, and go for what you need to go, because you can be able to give when you're 40, 50, 60. Take while you're young. Take everything while you're young. Don't let not one opportunity slip past you. Don't let one opportunity get through your fingers. Do what you got to do right now. Don't ever, ever, ever let nobody tell you you're being selfish. Ever. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard.
That's fair.
That's good.
That's fair. That's real. That's real right there. That's real.
Well, I thank you for coming through.
Of course, I wouldn't have came, then you wouldn't have been at Sunday dinner.
He's such a jerk.
I love it. I love it.
Well,
Now,
I'm your girl BX. This is Hason Denard, Real Job Hason on Instagram. Thank you for coming through. We got DJ Kamish.
Yep.
DJ Knuckles is on tour.
He's probably at a all-white party.
Wow.
Wow.
Knuckles, I did not know. I'm not dealing with it.
I love you, Knuckles.
That's hilarious.
And
That's my
on
dog.
that note, we are out. We're going to see y'all next time. It's Outside the Booth. Y'all stay tuned.
Later, y'all.
Later, y'all.
The new Party 1019. The new Party 1019. The new Party 1019. New York's #1 for throwbacks.